I recently read Brandon Sanderson for the first time, and here's my 2 cents on it. So I started with the Mistborn series, which has been on my shelf for quite a long time. This is a high fantasy novel. This talks about the politics. This talks about the hierarchy of the society, the cruelty some may be facing because of this power dynamics that's happening. They're rebels. So when I started this book, it was a bit difficult for me to get into it because this is a very complex world that Brandon has made. So this place, Lutherdale, is ruled by this somebody known as the Lord Ruler. Now this Lord Ruler person is immortal. From the beginning of the story, we get to know he's immortal. He's been there since the beginning of the time, and he has this nobleman who controls different places, different regions, because well, he's the king, he's not going to go every place. And this nobleman has the Ska under him. The Ska are the people who are like the normal people who are currently at the bottom line of the food chain. They are being treated, well, mistreated every single day. There's this line I remember where they say that if the nobleman feels that the Ska is looking at them weirdly or they're breathing weirdly, like even existing, they can beat them to death. And moreover, there are many things that the Ska is suffering every day, to the point the Ska has absolutely lost any desire or motive to rebel against the Lord Ruler, because as I said, they believe the Lord Ruler is immortal and he is like a god, and you don't get to kill the gods, and the god favors the nobleman, and the nobleman is well, pretty shitty people. And then enters our Mistborn. So the term Mistborn is said to be somebody who has some special powers, and they are not like the normal people. They may be born noble, and they might have some kind of power which surpasses often the nobleman. And there are reasons why the Mistborns are often hunted, because the Lord Ruler doesn't want them. The Lord Ruler has inquisitors, who are the people who have some kind of spikes on their body, and they have this particular power in them where they can actually identify if somebody has any kind of power. And what I liked while reading this book is most of the books we read in the fantasy have magical powers, but this one is actually talk about the elements. So all these people who are the Mistborn, they are ruled by mostly the basic elements that we see, like copper, iron, tin. These are the powers. It's a 100-page book, and it took me 2 weeks to read. I'm not a fast reader by any means, so that's about it. I would absolutely give it a 5-star because of the storytelling, the complexity of the stories, the rebellion that's happening, the twists and turns and everything, the people and how it's shown, like even when the rebellion is forming, the struggle they're facing. So that's quite good. And I feel the main character over there is Vin, this young girl who is working with a band of thieves, and she's somebody who's very meek and always has believed that everybody is going to kind of betray you. She explores and finds this new world, and slowly she learns a lot about life. And I have read only the first book, and soon I'll be picking up the others. And yeah, that's about the book review of the first book of the Mistborn series. Bye.